Hey guys, it's me, the Bombay Chef Varun Namdar, and welcome to Get Curry. Well, today's recipe is a lemon pepper chicken. Well, lemon in this recipe is absolutely optional, but pepper chicken primarily for the ones who want to make a recipe which is very quick, very simple, and trust me, very easy. But what's important and noteworthy about this recipe is that this uses zero oil. Let's begin. Well, in the past, I've shown you how to make pepper chicken. I've also shown you how to make lemon chicken. But this one is very different from those two recipes. Trust me when I say this. Well, lemon chicken, of course, has its own magic. And the pepper chicken recipe that I'd shown you earlier was my grandmother's recipe, which eventually became my mother's recipe and eventually became my recipe. But this recipe is very different, and it is just a combination of several ingredients put in together and cooked straight into either a kadhai or a non-stick. Let's see how it's done. This is a one-pot recipe, and for this everything literally goes in one pot. The marination bowl and the cooking bowl is literally also the same. Let's begin with adding pieces of chicken. I'm using chicken on bone. To this, let's add in potatoes and cauliflower. Sliced onions. Paste of ginger and garlic, curd, a touch of turmeric, not too much because you don't want this yellow in color, a touch of red chili powder, again not too much, this is only for flavor, juice of lemon, garam masala powder, kasuri methi, black pepper powder, which is your hero ingredient in this recipe, and last but not the least, salt as required. You wash your hands clean and marinate this. Literally you need to rub in all the spice mix, all the masalas into the chicken. You rub each piece of chicken like so. I've created few gashes so that the masala or the spice mix can go straight within. If you see, it's not got any color, it's still a little brownish in color, and that's exactly how we want it. We don't want it yellow because of the turmeric, or we don't want it red because of the red chili powder. The pieces of chicken are now marinated and ready. Okay, now before we move on to the next step, primarily very important, at this stage you can keep it refrigerated overnight. So basically you make it the evening prior if you want to kind of make it for lunch the next day, or you make it around lunch, keep it in the refrigerator and straight cook it when you're ready to serve dinner. This can be made with bone or boneless. The choice is completely yours. Now primarily, if you notice, it's just a mix of all the ingredients. No other process. Let's move on to the next step, and that is cooking the chicken. Allow this chicken to cook on high flame for at least 7 to 8 minutes without stirring. Remember that? Without stirring. It's been 7 minutes. Time to give this a stir. Literally, you scoop it out from the bottom and flip it over. The entire cooking process would be happening on high flame only. So remember that. No covering and no lowering the flame. After 25 minutes of cooking, I've lowered the flame. If you see, the chicken is just about to get perfectly well done. The cauliflower has cooked beautifully well, and the potato has also cooked. Now, while this is a pepper chicken or a peppered chicken, which is literally getting dry roasted in a kadhai, my choice is also to throw in few green chilies for that additional spike. Well, this is my personal take, my own recipe. I've kind of curated over the years. So you can take it by the ear. You can just keep adding ingredients, removing ingredients. But if you want to make the most amazing pepper chicken, follow this recipe to the T. We add in some sliced chilies and some coriander leaves. A quick stir. And with this, of course, the flame. With this, my recipe of pepper chicken, which now is all yours, is done and ready. You can choose to either completely dry it out and convert it like a starter, or just keep slight bit of gravy so that this becomes amazing with pav or with roti or with chapatis. Well, I like it dry because I personally like eating this with either varan bhat or with dal bhat. This is amazing. And for more such recipes, stay tuned. Bye for now.